Hey, it's April here, and I'm really pumped about making this video. I want to share with you just my heart for New York, and I know I've been making some postings, and I really want to be able to sit with you, some of you guys, like one-on-one in person. But for this time segment, I thought I'd make a video just to say how excited I am about New York, and really how God has just used New York in my life. Um, it's really interesting because I didn't know that New York was going to be more to me, later on. And I actually went on my first mission trip there with my 118, and it was just awesome. Yeah. And I really had no plans to go to New York. I had plans to go to Asia on the Asia team, and but God used people, some like Dean Whitaker, just to talk to me. He's like, I really think that New York would be a great fit for you. And I was just like, New York. Okay. But I really hadn't like put two and two together because I was thinking like I'm gonna go to Asia or somewhere overseas, and I'm not so much a fan of crowds or cities, and but God obviously knew where I needed to start off at. But also that like He started showing me like my heart is bigger than that. Yes, I do have a heart for internationals, but I really feel like that God has called me to do missions in the United States at this time. And so that's where New York is, taking place in that. So when I went on this mission trip to New York with my 118, I was a little bit, I got to visit the five boroughs, so I didn't have a location I was in for like a long term, but I was in New York for a month. And I experienced the people there, and that's what really rasped my heart. I, I'm not a not a subway person. I should say that. I said city. But I, at first, I was like, I don't like being really close to people, you know. Um, Kind of had my own personal bubble, and God was like, "You got to give up your personal bubble sometimes to share the gospel." And so that whole month He's teaching me is like, April, sometimes to love people, you got to be willing to get armpit to armpit. And so I ended up just falling in love, and actually, at the end of this month, I'm like, I actually like riding the subway. And that's kind of shocking because I'm like, oh, it's so much fun, because you meet so many different people, you get to talk to them and build relationships with them. But I also got to connect with people in the parks, like Central Park, and I met this really cool guy named Armando, and that was so much fun. I really enjoyed getting to meet him, and I think that's just a big part of why God sent me there was to just remind me that, you know, that it's not about the location, it's not about where you're at, but just being relational with people, and that's where God has just really unfolded my heart because I really like to connect to people and say, hey, what's your story? Where are you from? And tell me about who you are because that's so important. In fact, like God spends so much time, knowing who we are, and that just should say, hey, you need to take time to know who that person is, and just don't just give them the gospel, but say, I really want to know who you are, and I really care about you, and that's how God is. And so I just have to say that God really used that time, and I just thought that was just a one-time deal. And but later down the road, on the next summer, I didn't know that God was like, so New York again? And I was thinking, I don't know. I was like, New York is like a tug of war, and I can hear my head going back and forth like this, and it's just like craziness. So yeah, that was a weird noise, wasn't it? But hey, so I ended up just going to Brooklyn, and I meet the Tubs right before, summer really starts, and I realized, wow, I really enjoy being in New York, and I loved being able to walk and just down the street, connect to people, and I was like, this is an awesome experience, it's what I love doing, and but I didn't know like what to do with it at the time, and so I go away for 2 months this summer to Colorado, and I just know in my heart, like, I want to be a missionary. Like, I know I want to be a missionary. I knew that, like, in high school, I knew that missions were a part of my heart. But I knew I wanted to be a semester missionary somewhere, wherever that looked like. And so I was, like, thinking, and then I was just like, I just randomly was like, I'm gonna check this out. And then I ended up connecting with the Tubs, and ever since then, God has just been using the store. And I know we're still getting some details together, but I'm really excited about New York, and I just want you guys to know that when you guys are giving and sharing, that it's just awesomely encouraging and praying. I know we still are, working on details with support letters, but I really want you all to know that I appreciate each one of you, and I'm thankful that you're part of the journey and your prayer. If we don't have prayer, we don't have anything. And so I just want to say I'm pumped, and I hope that you are too. And I am hoping, this will encourage some of you to get out there and serve because the time is now, and we need people to know who God is. So I'm excited, and I just hope, yeah, I said that. So, um, wow, I don't know what else to say, but I'm pumped, and I hope that you guys have an awesome day. So thanks.